What if I told you that the biggest risk in your life isn't failure? It isn't rejection. It isn't making the wrong decision. It isn't even losing money. The biggest risk may actually be waiting too long. Waiting until you feel ready. Waiting until you have more money. Waiting until you've gained more experience. Waiting until life feels certain. Because here's what I've learned. Life doesn't always reward the person with the perfect plan. More often than not, it rewards the person who was willing to begin. Welcome to Heart with Prisca. I'm so glad you're here. Over the years, one lesson has become increasingly clear to me. Many of us aren't held back by a lack of ability. We're held back by hesitation. We keep believing that one day, when everything is finally in place, we'll start pursuing the dream that's been sitting in our hearts. But what if that day never comes? What if the opportunity you're waiting for is actually waiting for you? Today, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation about why waiting too long may be the greatest risk you'll ever take. Number one, waiting often disguises itself as wisdom. One of the reasons waiting is so dangerous is because it doesn't look dangerous. It feels responsible. It sounds reasonable. We tell ourselves, I'll start next year. I need one more certification. I'll wait until the children are older. I'll wait until I save more money. Those sound like wise decisions. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're simply fear wearing the clothes of wisdom. Months become years, years become decades, and one day we wonder why life never changed. Number two, you'll never feel completely ready. One lesson life has taught me is this: confidence usually doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. Think about learning to drive. No matter how many books you read, eventually you have to sit behind the wheel. You'll make mistakes, you'll learn, you'll improve. The same is true in life, whether it's changing careers, starting a business, beginning a relationship, or launching a dream. The first step almost always feels uncomfortable. That's normal. Growth begins where comfort ends. Number three, opportunity has a season. There are moments in life that don't last forever. The job opening closes, the business gets sold. Someone else solves the problem you wanted to solve. Technology changes, markets change, life moves on. Waiting doesn't stop time. It simply allows time to move without you. I've seen this in my own journey, whether pursuing engineering, earning professional certifications, or starting this podcast. I've realized that opportunities often reward those who are willing to move before everything feels perfect. Number four, fear sounds logical. Fear is intelligent. It rarely says, don't do it. Instead, it whispers, you need more experience. You need more money. You need more connections. You need to know everything first. Preparation is important, but there comes a point where preparation becomes procrastination. If we're always preparing but never moving, we're not growing. We're simply delaying. Number five, stop waiting for what you already have. There's an old story about a man who believed he wasn't equipped for the assignment before him. Instead of giving him something new, he was asked one simple question: what is already in your hand? I've thought about that question many times, not just in a spiritual sense, but as a life principle. Because many of us spend so much time focusing on what we don't have that we completely overlook what we already do have. We say, if only I had more money, if only I had more education. But perhaps the better question is, what skills do I already have? What experiences have shaped me? What relationships have opened doors? What lessons have I learned through hardship? Sometimes the answer you've been waiting for isn't somewhere out there. It's already within you. Number six, don't despise small beginnings. One mistake we often make is believing that big success must begin with big opportunities. But life rarely works that way. Great careers begin with small responsibilities. Successful businesses often begin with one customer. Powerful movements start with one person willing to act. Don't underestimate small beginnings. Every expert was once a beginner. Every author wrote one page before writing a book. Every entrepreneur made one sale before building a company. Small doesn't mean insignificant. Small often means the beginning of something extraordinary. Number seven, your experiences are part of your preparation. As I reflect on my own journey, I realized something. For years, I believed I still needed something else before I could move forward. Another qualification, more confidence, more experience. Then one day I began looking backward instead of forward. Engineering taught me how to solve problems. Project management taught me leadership. The challenges I faced taught me resilience. The disappointments taught me patience. The opportunities I pursued taught me courage. Those experiences became the foundation for everything I'm doing today. Looking back, I wasn't lacking. I simply hadn't recognized the value of what I was already carrying. Sometimes your greatest qualification isn't another certificate. It's the life you've already lived. Number 8, progress is better than perfection. Perfection is one of the biggest thieves of opportunity. If you wait until everything is perfect, you'll probably wait forever. Progress is what changes lives. One application, one phone call, one meeting, one conversation, one video, one decision, one small step repeated consistently becomes a completely different life. Don't underestimate today's decision. It may become tomorrow's breakthrough. Final thoughts. As I close today, I want to leave you with one question. What are you waiting for? Not the excuse you've been giving yourself, the real answer. What dream have you postponed? What conversation have you avoided? What opportunity have you delayed? What gift have you hidden because you thought it wasn't enough? One of the greatest lessons I've learned is this. We often spend our lives asking for more while overlooking what we've already been given. Perhaps today isn't about receiving something new. Perhaps today is about seeing what has always been there. Your experiences, your knowledge, your relationships, your resilience, your gifts. They may be exactly what you need to begin, because the biggest risk isn't failing. The biggest risk is waiting so long that you never discover what was already enough to start. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If today's conversation encouraged you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who may be waiting for the perfect time to begin. Remember, you don't have to know everything before you start. You simply have to be willing to take the first step. Until next time, keep growing in wisdom, purpose, and courage. This is Prisca, and I'll see you heart to heart.